Welcome guys to another OSS duel. Right now I am the Music Man 2. Join with me is the awesome commentator and moderator Tetsu for the OSS, and this is a very special kind of duel. Do you want to talk about it, Tetsu?
Yes, this is called a dorm swap duel. It is a system that we just put in place today, and it's actually very simple. You challenge someone that's one rank above you. So a Slifer can challenge a Ra, and a Ra can challenge an Obelisk. Knights and staff members are exempt from this, however. You have to defeat the person that you're challenging in a match of matches, meaning the first to get to 2 match wins is the winner. Each duel has to be done with a completely different deck, and the winner of the duel swap receives 10 chips, and if the challenger is the one who wins, these 2 individuals will swap, meaning if Mythic Blaze Dragon loses this DS to Jodashi, Jodashi becomes the Ra, and Mythic becomes the Slifer. If you are challenged and you want to decline one time, you have to pay 10 chips for immunity from the challenger, from that one challenger, for 3 days. If you pay 30 chips, you are immune to all challenges for 3 days. This will also take the place of your dorm test, meaning if you issue a challenge and you lose, you cannot go for your dorm test. You have to wait that 3-day period.
Wow.
And if Jodashi beats Mythic, Mythic cannot challenge Jodashi for his place back for 3 days.
Alright, so that means there is a lot riding on this duel. Mythic Blaze is on the bottom, Jodashi is on the top. It is Jodashi's turn. Mythic Blaze finishes his turn with 2 cards face down. So what's Jodashi going to do? We are just not sure, but we will just wait and see. Oh, we're starting out strong. Fang of Critias is activated, bringing out Tyrant Burst Dragon. This is a special kind of dragon, which it can attack, oh snap, Claw of Hermos as well. What are we...
This might be a short this might be a short round, pardon.
Oh, he's discarding Warrior of Zera. And what...
Is he gonna go for Goddess Bow or... Oh, nice. I love Rocket Hermos Cannon. That card is great. It lets you swing twice with piercing damage.
Mythic's a little worried in the comments. You can't really see it because of the description of Rocket Hermos Cannon. But personally, I usually go safer, and I go Goddess Bow. Goddess Bow negates the first effect that happens during a battle phase, which means like a Mirror Force or Dimensional Prison takes it out entirely. But Mythic Blaze is already down to 2200 for this first duel. So what's going to happen? I am not sure.
I'm actually quite impressed.
Absolutely. And that base down, unless it's backed by something, it's going to hurt. As Rocket Hermos Cannon does piercing damage. Zur Warrior of Darkworld is... Zur Knight of Darkworld has been foot summoned, and we're going into the battle phase. Hey, Matt.
And that is round 1, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up? How's your day back? How was your time?
It was good. It was easy to remember.
I can tell.
Yeah. Alright, we can get back to it again.
Alright, go for it.
Yeah.
And now we're going on match game number 2. Jodashi with the quick win there. Let's see if Mythic can turn things around.
Using a 60 card deck, I really wonder if Jodashi can pull out a God combo like he did round 1.
I think anything's possible. I think with... Obviously you can fit more cards in a 60 card deck. But there's also more opportunities and more strategies that you can use with more cards. Also,
but it also knocks consistency way down.
Very true. More potential to brick. I also agree, dummy. But sometimes it's a risk, and some decks benefit for having more cards.
But as it stands, Mythic is setting 3 cards in the back row. Let's see what else he does. Sets a monster face down and passes turn to Jodashi.
Jodashi is working that 60-card deck with 13 in his extra. What I'm curious about is what is he holding in his extra deck? But Mythic, just 40. It's a standard 40-card, no extra deck. We'll just have to wait and see. Alright, he tribute summons for Hazy Flame Hippogriff. Actually, I've never seen this card before. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. Once per turn, you can tribute one other fire monster. This card gains 300 attack. Sounds like a Mr. Volcano right there. And he will destroy Disc Magician.
Very interesting choice. I wonder why he picked that card.
It's just sometimes it's just like a favorite card. Like how my image on Discord is Rain Temperature. It's just a cool card to look at. And more DBZ references in the comments.
I totally don't want to build a deck around Destroyer Golem now. I mean, what?
Nah, I think Jodashi beat you to it. But it's his turn. We'll have to see what he has in store.
Nah, Destroyer Golem was actually the very first monster that I ever summoned.
That's cool. I don't remember mine. The battle phase occurs. Hippogriff will attack. And he will destroy Warrior Die Greffer. Actually, I remember seeing this card in Season 4 of Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm getting some major flashbacks. And my brother happened to have this card too.
I also wound up building a custom archetype around Warrior Die Greffer since we have so many different forms of him.
Yeah, I suppose so. Jodashi ends with the card face down. Seems like he's not...
I mean, he's got Night Day Greffer, Dark Greffer, Light Ray Greffer, his normal form, and then he appears in so many different card arts.
He must be a favorite.
Array of Revealing Light, Morale Boost, the A-Forces. He's also in Unexpected Die. That's odd. He shares a name with...
Hey, it must just be a favorite card design for one of the card designers. That is how you defuse the tension, Spy Sarah. The Mythic Blaze has 2 monsters on the field, and he's slowly chipping down Jodashi's life points. The last attack he put down was 1,000. Hippogriff will attack.
Bandit, I have been waiting for someone else to make that fun because I wanted to so bad. Bandit, in case you didn't see, said that Mythic Blaze Dragon is using a rather blazing deck.
We can save that. We can save that for some of the Easter eggs that we'll talk about in our 100th video special or something crazy like that. But now Jodashi's turn once again. He would have Blazing Mirror Force Mythic. Good for you. And monster face down. Mythic will draw. Mythic still has all 8,000 of his life points. Jodashi has 6,000. You know, it might be worth it. I'm seeing a lot of strong cards being placed in defense mode. But it might be a good idea to destroy some of Mythic's monsters.
That's assuming Jodashi even can. If you notice, Jodashi did say that he's breaking like a motherfucker right now.
Well, we'll see if his luck will turn around. Mythic Blaze summons Denko Sekka, his 3rd monster on the field. A 4-star Thunder monster, 1,700 attack points. And he's planning to chop the duel a little bit quicker. Mizaki the Legendary Swordsman. I almost didn't have to check that. Barrier Statue of the Inferno, direct attacks. And Hippogriff, direct attacks as well. Jodashi down.
You and I were thinking the same thing. Denko Seka with a full back row. That's certainly special.
Most likely just trying to finish the duel up a little quicker. And there's nothing wrong with that. Plus Mythic has 5 face downs. He must have some form of plan, in case something will happen. Jodashi will end his turn. And Call of the Haunted is activated.
Oh my, summoning Foxfire.
There's a band called the Foxfires I'm friends with. They're... You know what? I'll play some of their music probably in one of these back draws. You know what? That's what I'll do. If I see someone play the word Foxfire, I'm just gonna play music behind them. You won't even get to hear me commentate. It will be awesome. But Hazy Flame Cerberus is placed down on the field. 5 monsters. Hazy Flame. And Hazy Flame Cerberus. And that is the end of Game 1. No, Game 2.
So that means we're moving on to Match 1, Game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
We're talking about sudden death. Round 1. The first round of sudden death happens right now. This will determine who will clinch the first match and will go to match number 2. Actually, they'll both go to match number 2. That doesn't really matter. But Mythic activates Upstart Goblin, replacing his hand. Fencing Fire Ferret is summoned. Jodashi has now 9,000 thanks to Upstart. Pot of Duality is being activated. And he's going to bring Solemn Strike to his hand. Mythic will place 2 cards face down. No, 3 cards face down. Or wait, even better, 3 cards face down. And that will be the end of his turn. Nice opening turn overall. Jodashi will draw.
Indeed it is. Let's see what Jodashi can do. I wonder if he pulled any epic combos again. Or he can just summon Alexandrite Dragon.
Hey, it's a strong 4-star vanilla. And what's this? A trap I've not seen.
That is a trolly card. That's called Force Back. It's a counter trap. It negates the normal summon of a monster and then bounces it back to hand.
Huh, it's like Toon Briefcase. Except not so... You know that. That's cool.
If played right, that can actually be a very good card. Because it can stop things like Jinzo or, any tribute monster. Your opponent's now lost their monster and their resources. It also opens your opponent up to a direct attack, possibly.
Oh, yeah.
Like we just saw from Mythic Blaze Dragon.
When I see that card, I immediately think, I need to put this in an anti-Monarch deck. That's what I'm thinking. Alright. Second round. Alexander Dragon attacks Fire Ferret. And it will go to the grave. But not before its special ability will happen. And Jodashi drops to 6,800. And Call of the Haunted is activated on Mythic's part.
Call of the Haunted, bringing that Fencing Fire Ferret right back. That thing wants some revenge. I can't say I blame it.
No, of course not. And now I'm just... Oh, Tribute Summon into Hazy Flame.
Manticore? Is that Manticore?
Yep, it's Manticore. Oh, it's Manticore. Yeah.
Yeah, Manticore. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Man, I'm doing good with this.
Nicely done.
I did not expect to be able to recognize this many cards right out the gate.
Well, when it looks like he's playing primarily a Hazy Flame kind of deck. So that's kind of what this deck looks like it's focused around. Jodashi will put a card face down.
Insert bad pun here.
I didn't even try making a pun on that.
Do you see this chat section, though?
I see it, and I'm sure I'm going to definitely see it when I'm going through and uploading this. I'm going to see it, and it will be hilarious, and it will probably be a lot more entertaining than the Duel. But Hazy Flame is a 6-star winged beast monster. Your opponent cannot target this card with card effects. But that doesn't mean you can.
That's certainly an interesting move. I wonder what he's gonna do with. Did he just make an oopsie?
Yes, he did. Unfortunately, he is gonna be affected by it, because though a common effect on Hazy Flame monsters is they cannot be targeted by your opponent's card effects, they can be targeted by your card effects. So, he's just now a 2200 attack point wall. And here comes...
And here it is, the Claw of Hermos.
But the question...
Wait a second. Why would he do that?
Wait for it.
All of the Hermos fusion monsters turned into equips. So he's going to be equipping that to the only face-up available target, which is the opponent's monster.
It looks like a misplay. Oh snap. And we will never know. Alright, and he's going to put another card face down. I'm not sure what he was trying to insinuate at there, but he definitely got everyone's attention. Mythic Blaze is at 77.
Well, that's one way to get rid of the
field.
Confusion. There, right?
Confusion, mistake, Call of the Haunted, bringing back Hazy Flame.
Oh snap, that works.
Yes, and now you can use it to its full potential. And now once returned during either player's turn, you can send one fire monster, except this card, from your hand or face up from your side of the field to the graveyard. This card cannot be destroyed by card effects this turn. So
nice. A Flamvell Fire Dog. Whenever it's killed by battle and sent to the graveyard, it can summon any fire monster from your deck that's got 200 or less defense, except for another Fire Dog.
Which can be good, since I've seen some of these other cards in Mythic's deck, and they're much stronger than Will Dog, but have 200 defense. Mythic is dominating this right now, Jodashi at 500, but we'll see if we can make a quick turnaround. Who knows? Jodashi might have Crush Card in his hand. And this might be a very interesting duel from then on.
Doom Virus Dragon would be a really trolling move.
Hey, you know, it hasn't stopped people from playing it against me. One of my previous night tests, that's all he did. And I was beaten by Doom Virus Dragon. God tier play, right there, confirmed by Dummy. Oh, here's a normal summon by Prisma. And we'll see what's going to happen. He's going to activate its ability.
Dummy. He always makes me laugh.
Well, but let's see what monster Prisma's going to send.
This audience is just so unforgiving towards Mythic Blaze Dragon.
Oh, speaking of unforgiving,
misplay that he made a few turns back.
It's all good, but not for Jodashi. He just got hit by that Solemn Strike when Prisma was trying to send Dark Magician to the grave. His field's open now.
And now he's wide open for a direct attack for 4,100 damage.
Well, let's see what happens. And end phase. Alright, look.
He didn't attack. That's interesting.
It could be expecting a Swordsman or a Prevailing Light or something from the hand. Jodashi's going to set a card face down, and the end phase will happen. One Greek counter is added on Shard. and the battle phase will continue. Flameville Fire Dog will destroy Sagat the Dark Cloud. It's going to bring out another monster from his deck. He's going to join...
Hazy Flame, is that Hippogriff?
Yep. Hazy Flame Hippogriff. And he's choosing not to direct attack. Alexandrite Dragon on the field now. And he's going to go into battle. He's going to make it his own. Bum 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 bum. Everyone's waiting in anticipation. What will everyone do? Dragon will attack? And Mythic is struck down by 100 life points. Mythic Blaze is at 6,100, while Jodashi is still hanging on by 500. Alexander Dragon, very strong vanilla monster. And we seem to be in good hands. Charlotte Greed is now at 2 counters, which means Mythic can send it to the grave.
Yes, dummy, dodgeball reference FTW.
And Charlotte Greed is sent to the grave to draw 2 more cards. Another Charlotte Greed is
and
played.
Another one is activated.
Let's see if Mythic can end the duel right here. And looks like he used Hippogriff's special ability. Breaker, the Magical Warrior, is summoned. And the battle phase is on. Hippogriff will destroy Alexandrite Dragon. And now the field is open once again. And
yet he doesn't go for the attack. Interesting.
Could be a validated strategy right here.
As the OSS admin with the most chill, I declare Mythic Blaze Dragon the winner, says Bandit Kit.
Looks like Mythic is scared to end the game. He's scared that something God tier will come out of Jodashi's hand during his battle phase. You can smell the discontent here. And looks like Jodashi surrendered. The winner is Mythic Blaze Dragon, and that is the end of match number 1.
And now we get to move to match 2.
Match 2, that's gonna be fun.
I wonder what they're gonna be using match 2. This could be very interesting.
I haven't seen many of Jodashi's decks, and it's been a very long time since I've seen Mythic Blaze Duel. And match 2 is right underway. Mythic Blaze now under his Yamayugi persona, Soulflare. He is now taking over the duel because he felt Mythic Blaze was not enough to take down the ginormous threat that is Jodashi.
Even though he already did.
Tetsu, anything you want to add?
If this is the deck that I think Mythic is using, Jodashi might have a very difficult time. I'm actually very curious to see what Jodashi is using. I would be concerned about that back row, though.
Yes, indeed. It's a 40, right? Both players are using a 40 card deck with no extra. That's a standard in the OSS. And Ancient Rules is going to bring out Blue Eyes, but and the Seal of Orichalcos is played at the same time. So what does that mean?
When
Well,
the Seal of Orichalcos is activated, every special summon monster that you control is destroyed. I wonder if this was intentional.
I can guess by the comments, facepalm.
Like Jodashi said, it apparently was intentional, so let's trust him. I
Alright.
think he knows what he's doing to at least some degree, right?
Sure,
You
it's
gotta
all...
trust our people.
Hey, it's all part of the plan. And Tribute of the Doom is also activated, discarding a second Blue Eyes. I like this.
I wonder what he's going for. I'm actually legitimately confused right now.
I'm kind
The
of...
only thing I could think of that he's going for, he really couldn't be.
Hey, you don't...
Because Orichalcos is on the field and he doesn't have any cards in his extra deck.
Well, we'll find out. The World Carrot Weight Champion directs attacks. Actually, I'm curious about this card. World Carried Carrot Weight Champion. Oh, I get it. It's like heavyweight but carrot weight. Ah, that's funny. 1900 attack points, 0 defense points. If this card is in your graveyard, you can send one plant-type monster from your hand or face-up from your field to the graveyard, except this card, and then special summon this card. You can only use this effect of World Carrot Weight Champion once per turn. So it essentially brings itself back. Jodashi sets one card face down, and it is Soulflare's turn. Carrot Weight direct attacks. And Jodashi takes the hit at 4,200. And now Jodashi's turn. And now it's the end phase.
I still have no idea what Jodashi's going after.
Well,
okay, now I do.
alright, we'll
But
see.
there are more effective ways of putting dragons in the grave. Interesting.
I like this. I like this a lot. I don't like that as much, but it was a nice play from Jodashi. Letting his life points go down in order to give Blue Eyes that massive power boost. And then... And then even after he destroyed Carrot Weight Champion, he would still have less life points, and Blue Eyes would still have double the attack power. So not bad, Jodashi, not bad. So, we'll see what Soulflare's up to. He Lone Fire Blossomed into Princess of Camellias. Carrot Weight Champion will direct attack, 2,300. And the Princess will... What will she do? And she will go into the end phase. Scared of what Jodashi might put up next. Jodashi ends his turn. And now we will go back into Soulflare's turn.
Unless Jodashi has a hand trap, this might just be the game.
And Rose Lovers normal summon to the field. And Lone Fire Blossom is going to shoot itself. Lone Fire Blossom is going to shoot itself again. And it's going to bring out another plant type. It's going to bring out Balbaboon. Which is it's also a pretty good searching card. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can draw one card, then place one card from your hand on either the top or bottom of your deck. And when this card is destroyed by battle card effect, you can special summon any number of valuable boons from your deck. Lone-Fire Blossom will activate its ability a third time. It's going to bring out Fallen Angel of Roses. That is a powerhouse side.
And that does it for round 1 with Soulflare, aka Mythic Blaze Dragon, clinching a perfect round 1 victory.
And now we're going to go into game number 2. And we'll see where this goes. Game number 2, guys.
Can you give me a little warning?
It does go through, right?
It does, and it is scared the hell out of me. I gotta take my headset off if you want to do that, dude.
My mistake. I might lower it down, so then we can nicely talk over it. But let's see who will go first. I believe Jodashi have the choice. Soulflare will go first. After all, this
Bail Baboon to draw a card and then stack his deck.
makes sense if he'll go first. After all, we are playing his theme song. And we are activating the spell Fragrant Storm. Destroy one face-up plant-type monster and draw one card. And if that card is a plant-type monster,
And that's going to trigger Bail Baboon's ability to summon 2 more copies and double stack his deck even more.
hey, not a bad plan. Let's see what he'll do next. If he's going to lay down any back row, or just be ready for whatever's coming. And Forge Burial will send Rose Lover to the grave.
Are you going to keep the music away now? Okay. Ow.
And from Jodashi, okay, we have double summon, and he brings out Luster Dragon and Gene Warped Warwolf. Let's see if they can.
So, Jodashi is using a normal deck. Very interesting.
Indeed, because what they don't make up in special abilities, they make up in power. Soulflare goes down to 6,500.
Normal decks, if played right, can be incredibly nasty to go up against.
Since the majority of the game nowadays are filled with effect monsters. World Carryweight Champion uses its special ability.
No, that was Rose Lover.
Alright. And Mark the Rose is now activated, taking control of one of his opponent's monsters. Looks like Soulflare wants to try ending this as early as he can. Gene Warped Warwolf will attack Luster Dragon. Carrotweight Champion will...
And Mythic will swing out with World Carryweight Champion and Titaniel, the Princess of Camellias.
And that's how you come back. But because of Mark of the Rose, Gene Warped Warwolf returns to Jodashi's side. And Jodashi will draw. Gene Warped Warwolf on the field. Oh, and the Raigeki. And there's that tribute summon, bringing out an oldie but goodie Summon Skull. And it's Mirror Forced. But now both players have very few cards in the field and in their hands. Let's see what Soulflare is going to do.
And he activates the ability of the World Carrotweight Champion by discarding, I believe it's by discarding a plant-type monster? Yep. By sending one plant monster from your hand or face up on your field to the graveyard, you can put the Carrotweight back on the field so he can swing for 1900 right at Jodashi's face.
Now it looks like the draw phase is happening. Heart of the Underdog got to activate, so he was able to draw one more card. Very beneficial. And now he's emptying his hand, putting 2 cards on the field, and Alexandrite Dragon.
At this point, Soulflare has to rely on the top deck.
But he's also blessed with having an abundant graveyard, full with other special abilities. Oh, Jodashi bringing out the Call of the Haunted. And a second Call of the Haunted.
Double Call of the Haunted. Very nice. Now he has ability to actually swing for game.
And he's even Soul of the Underdog in it too. Oh, he's getting a little antsy here. Alexandrite, Sheen Warp Warwolf. Oh, Archfiend. And the king of all Archfiends, Summon Skull.
We're moving on to the next round.
Game number 3. Jodashi has a real good spot here of clinching match number 2, which will then bring this to match number 3. And that's going to be exciting. I can't wait. And I hope my computer lasts this long. Upstart Goblin. And we see World Carryweight Champion. And 1 card face down.
And now Jodashi's up. He drew a card. Now we know that he's using a normal deck, so we can expect either a defender or a beat stick with at least 1 set card. I wonder what he's gonna do. I wonder if that's what he's gonna do, rather.
I wonder too.
He opens by activating Dark Hole, and then activates the Seal of Orichalcos, granting all monsters that he controls 500 attack. Next, he activates the Heart of the Underdog, which is a draw card, as we saw last game. When he draws a normal monster during his draw phase, he can reveal it to draw 1 more card. Next, he activates Double Summon, permitting him to do 2 normal summons this turn, summoning Insect Knight to the field, and swinging with it.
Yep.
He opts to not use the second summon quite yet.
Any direct attacks, Soulflare is down to 5,600.
And he doesn't use the second summon at all.
He could be worried about the face down. Soulflare's turn. It must be a special kind of face down. It's been down since the beginning of the turn. Lone Fire Blossom is summoned to the field. Never a good sign. Lone Fire Blossom brings out Rose Lover.
Rose Lover hits the field.
Curious, out of all the cards in a plant deck. Oh!
There's the Fallen Angel of Roses that can be summoned by bouncing 1 plant that you control. Next, out comes the World Carrotweight Champion. That was actually a very smart move. Great combo playing on Soulflare's part, because now that Rose Lover is right where she wants to be, in the graveyard, meaning she can use her effect to summon out a plant princess, like the one that we see right here, good old Cherubime, the Princess of Autumn Leaves.
And
oh my, the combo plays are strong this round.
And Lone Fire
activating Lone Fire Blossom's ability to sacrifice itself to summon a plant from the deck. So he's going to go for Titania once again, the Princess of Camellias.
Insect Knight gets knocked out. And we're going to face a 4 monster barrage right here. And this may just even up the score quite nicely. Jodashi down to 2,500 life points, while Soulflare sitting at 5,600.
It's now Jodashi's turn. He draws and reveals Teamwork Werewolf to draw once more. Now holding 3 cards in his hand, he places a card face down, and then sets a monster in defensive mode and passes his turn to to Mythic Blaze Dragon,
also known as Soulflare. Alright, and Botanical Lion is normal summon. This card gains...
Oh my, look at that attack power, 3,100. It's nice to have something that can buff itself just by having others on the field, right?
Absolutely. And Botanical Lion will direct attack. And that is the end of our match duel.
Which means that Mythic Blaze Dragon has protected and ensured that he stays a raw level duelist.
Jodashi put up a very good fight and had some very amazing plays, but it just was not enough to seal the deal. And this was our very first dorm swap duel, Tetsu. How do you feel about it?
I should probably keep my mouth shut because I am part of the admin mod group, pardon.
Oh, then alright then.
However, they were very good matches. Very close, actually. Jodashi did a lot better than I anticipated.
Well, then we hope to see more dorm swap duels in our future. Until the next time, until the next dorm swap duel, I am the PA Music Man 2. And my associate Tetsu. And we will see you another time. Take care, guys.
Take care, OSS.